Hi, to me, when the weather is warm and sunny, there's nothing better than sat outside enjoying a nice cold drink in the sunshine. Oh dear, that's warm. But there's only really one trusted way to have a nice cold drink, and that is to actually use ice cubes. Now, I do know that you can get ice trays that you can fit inside your freezer, but if you have something like this, which is a countertop or worktop ice cube maker, not only can you actually make more ice than what you can hold in one of those trays, but you can actually make it quicker. So if you forgot to make some ice in your freezer, then in only 6 minutes you can have your first set of ice cubes from something like this. So this is just two sizes of ice cubes. You've got like the smaller size of ice cubes, which are around about 6 to 7 minutes, and the larger ice cubes come in somewhere between about 8 and 9 minutes. So what's also beneficial about something like this, comes with a scoop and a bag, so you can actually make some ice ahead of time and freeze it in the freezer. And you have your ice collecting tray there. So I'll show you with the GoPro. So how it works is you put your water in the water tray here at the bottom. You can fill it up to this maximum mark, and the ice is actually made by being frozen around these prongs here and scooped into that plastic tray that I just showed you with this bit here. I'll show you a demonstration in a minute. So obviously, as it's designed to work inside, but if you've got a barbecue or something and you peep around and you don't want them all going into your kitchen, then obviously this is a another thing that you can actually have. I've got it outside here underneath this gazebo at the moment. So I'll just demonstrate. So we'll pour some water in. We'll just demonstrate here. I'll pour some water in. Obviously, don't go over the max mark. So get the ice in. Close the lid. And here on the top, you have a light to tell you to add water, a light that comes on when it's full so it doesn't keep making more ice, the power light that's flashing to mean it's plugged into power but it's not actually running at the moment, and you've got your small and your large ice cube sizes, and also you've got like a on and off in a clean section. So if I just turn it on to the power and select the small ice cubes, and away the machine starts working. Now at the moment the water's filling into the tray that holds the water, which forms the ice cubes. And as you can see, I'll just move this basket out of the way. It's full now, so any excess water is just running over the top. And all this runs back into the reservoir to go through to make some more ice cubes again. So why this one, and where did I buy it? Well, I bought this one off Amazon. Now I did have a look at a few, did a research and looked for one that had a good amount of reviews, and also this version compared to some of us had the clean function as well. So I'm not really sure what the clean function seems to do. It just seems to pump water around, but obviously you don't leave this with water in when you're not making ice, because obviously the water could still go green and all that sort of stuff. So it is important that, you know, if you're not making ice regularly, that you empty it. There is a drain port on the bottom, just like a rubber bung, so you pull that and that allows for the water to drain into, say, like your sink. So while this is just going, the reason I picked this one, a lot of these ice makers, they all seem to be made in China. They all pretty much seem to actually follow the same, almost the same sort of design. They have a fan on the side here which extracts the air. They have like a air conditioning sort of freezer type setup where it pumps like the gases round the machine and freezes it and cools it with this fan here. So while they all look the same, this one did actually have a higher rating than most of the others, and I actually bought it back for the Queen's Jubilee. We were having a few friends round in the garden, and I thought I'd, you know, sort of have ice for gin and tonics and cold soft drinks, etc. So I've had it for, what was it, a couple of months now. What I would say, although it's relatively quick actually making the ice, and a lot quicker than using, say, an ice tray in your freezer, if you are planning to have a party or barbecue and a few people around, make sure you get this on to start filling up the ice first. If all your guests arrived at the first time, it'd be a bit slow to actually fill up all everyone's glasses at the same time to begin with. But while they're all here drinking, then it's normally pretty. For me, it was quick enough to keep keep ice always on tap for everyone's drink from there on in. So this has refrigerant, and like all machines that have refrigerant, you don't want to just carry it around, plug it in and use it. You do want it to settle for some time before you start it working, just like you would do if you're moving house and moving your fridge at home. But as long as you've got power, then you can add water, so like in this jug. Obviously it's not waterproof for being outside if it rains, but as long as you've got power and that, so could be handy to maybe take if you've got a motorhome or a caravan and you wanted ice in that, because obviously you don't have large fridges or large freezers in those things. Could you take it camping with an electric power supply? Probably, but again, you obviously want to make sure that it has enough time to settle before you turn it on. So I'll just show you the first lot of ice that's due to come out. Sometimes with the first lot of ice, the tubes aren't as uniformed as later on. So now you can see it's filling up for another round of ice. So a quick look round the side of the machine. So here's the fan that's pulling the air out over the fins. We've obviously got the air grill on the back here. So I'll just let this run and then we'll come back to this later. So if you look here, that's what the ice cubes are like. Got a hole in the middle. So then you have plenty of ice for your chosen drink, whether that's in a gin and tonic or on a whiskey, in a soft drink, or if you wanted to make this like a snow cone. So I know it is only 10:30 in the morning, but I do have kids and it is the school holidays. So whatever drink you fancy, I thoroughly recommend these. And yeah, cheers. Have a good summer.